The chipped paint on my apartment wall seemed to mock me. 2 years. 2 years I'd been juggling 2 jobs, a grueling shift at the diner followed by stocking shelves at the supermarket, all to pay for Maya's college tuition. Maya, my younger sister, the one with the effortless charm and the seemingly limitless potential. The diner was a whirlwind of clattering plates and demanding customers. Mr. Henderson, a regular, always ordered the same: 2 eggs over easy, dry toast and black coffee. He'd tell me about his grandchildren, their soccer games, their school plays. He saw the tiredness in my eyes, the weariness etched into my smile. He'd offer words of encouragement, the kind that tasted like stale coffee, but warmed me nonetheless. The supermarket was a different beast. The fluorescent lights hummed a monotonous tune, the aisles stretching into an endless maze of canned goods and cleaning supplies. My coworker, Carlos, a kind man with a perpetually crooked smile, often covered my shifts when I was particularly exhausted. We talk about his wife, Maria, and their plans to open a small bakery. His dreams, so vibrant and full of hope, made mine feel a little tarnished. My apartment was small, cramped, but it was mine, a sanctuary of sorts. The only decoration was a framed photograph of Maya and me as children, laughing, carefree, our future stretching out before us like an endless summer day. Now that summer seemed a distant memory. The call came on a Tuesday night. I was halfway, through scrubbing the greasy grill at the diner, my hands slick with grime and exhaustion. It was Maya. Her voice was sharp, brittle. She was upset about something, a roommate drama, a missed deadline, something trivial in the grand scheme of things, but monumental in her world. I listened patiently, offering words of comfort, the same words I'd offered countless times before. My voice was tired. My words were heavy with the weight of 2 jobs, of missed meals, of sleep-deprived nights. Then it came. The cruel, cutting words that sliced through me like a butcher's knife. "You're such a loser, Liam," she said. "Working 2 jobs, always tired. You'll never amount to anything." The line went dead. The silence in the diner was deafening. The clatter of plates seemed to amplify the echo of her words. Mr. Henderson looked at me, concern etched on his face. I just managed a weak smile and returned to my work, the grease feeling thick and cloying on my skin, mirroring the lump in my throat. That night, I didn't go home. I sat in my car, parked in the supermarket parking lot, staring at the empty space where the moon should have been, hidden behind a thick layer of clouds. The weight of her words crushed me. Was she right? Was I a loser? I was sacrificing everything for her future, and this was the thanks I received. The next morning, I went to work as usual. Mr. Henderson noticed my red-rimmed eyes and the heavier slump in my shoulders. He didn't say anything, but he made extra strong coffee and slipped me an extra $5 bill, a silent gesture of support. Carlos, too, noticed. He covered my shift at the supermarket, a rare and generous act. He just squeezed my shoulder and said, "Chin up, amigo. Things will get better." His words, simple as they were, offered a glimmer of hope in the darkness. The weeks that followed were a blur of work, exhaustion, and a growing sense of disillusionment. I continued to pay for Maya's tuition, driven by a sense of obligation and a stubborn refusal to give up. But I began to distance myself. I stopped answering her calls, avoiding her texts. The photograph on my wall, once a source of comfort, now felt like a painful reminder of a broken dream. Then, graduation arrived. Maya called. Her voice was different this time, softer, filled with a tentative apology. She spoke about the sacrifices I'd made, the sleepless nights, the endless hours of work. She acknowledged her hurtful words, admitting she'd been blind to my struggles. She thanked me, not just for the money, but for my unwavering support. That day, something shifted within me. The anger subsided, replaced by a profound sense of weariness and a quiet pride. I wasn't a loser, not really. I'd worked hard, sacrificed much, and finally, I'd learned a valuable lesson about family, forgiveness, and the quiet dignity of perseverance. The chipped paint on my wall still mocked me, but somehow it didn't seem to matter as much anymore. The future, while still uncertain, felt a little less bleak. The taste of stale coffee and the smell of grease no longer felt bitter. They were the scent of survival, of strength, and of a quiet, hard-earned victory.